The country of Portugal is a veritable treasure trove of grapes, things that we don't normally see in the outside world. So let's go to Portugal today and uncork a beautiful bottle from the Premium Wine Club bottle shop. The International Association of Sommeliers claims that there are about 250 indigenous grapes in Portugal, and we don't really see very much of them in the outside world. In 1970, a man named Luis Pato plants grapevines in the Bairrada region, which is in the central coast of Portugal. And the common grape that they use there is something called Baga. In 1980, his son, this guy here, Luis Pato, takes over the vineyards, exclusively making wines out of this Baga grape.
Does that tend to be a grape that's used a lot in blends? Is this more a situation where they tend to use one grape?
There are other grapes that they use in the region. They even make white wines in this region too, but the Baga grape I think represents, if I had to guess, about 90% of all production. Since like 1980, Luis Pato has been known as sort of the guy who makes Baga wine in the Bairrada region. And in Portuguese, a pato is also a duck too, so he's kind of adopted that as his symbol. He's sort of like a Salvador Dali-esque character, if you've ever, yeah, if you've ever seen pictures of him too. He's kind of channeling a little Salvador Dali. This is his Vinhas Velhas. That means old vineyards, by the way. So they're about 40-ish years old. So let's drink this Baga. Oh, did I have to get you some?
Yes, you go first.
All right.
This is your day.
Ooh, it's a little funky, a little stinky, but I would expect that from a guy like Luis Pato. He's a little funky himself. It's like a burst of cherry, very high acidity, which is something that I knew about the Baga grape. This is a funky little wine, man. It's reminding me a lot of cranberry juice, unsweetened cranberry juice. It's a bit intense.
Oh, intense is how I would describe it, yes.
Very tannic. Which is interesting because this doesn't see any oak. So it spends 12 months in neutral oak. Neutral oak, we know, is used oak barrels. They don't really impart any oak flavor on the wine. So this is all coming from the grape. It's a very tannic grape.
Some of that tannic would age off a little bit? Or?
Yes, yeah, in time. Tannins are one thing in a wine that do mellow with time. This is a relatively young wine. It's a 2019, so it's got 5 years on it. I don't have a lot of experience with the Baga grape, so I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be looking for here, but it's an enjoyable wine. Very linear, I would say. It's very direct from start to finish. I feel like when I drink this wine, I'm getting a lot of Luis Pato's personality in here. It's kind of edgy, and it's a little rebellious. Okay, so let's talk about some food pairings for a wine like this. It's gonna be interesting. It's such a funky and interesting wine. I think we need to go the same with food. Liver was one of the things that I was thinking. That would definitely be good with something like this because the funk is equally matched.
That bit of that iron kind of...
You get that iron kind of taste too. Yeah, so it matches up with something kind of rustic like this. Bacon, you can never go wrong with bacon.
Bacon, you can pair that with anything, right?
You can put bacon on top of anything.
Exactly.
Pork loin would be really good. Even pulled pork, probably something sweet with a little sugar in it would be great with a tannic dry wine like this. Like Spanish rice and beans would probably be really good.
I wouldn't even thought of that, but now
because you get the cumin, you get the paprika.
Yeah, I can totally taste it.
If you want something funky, something different, look to Portugal, especially Luis Pato in the Bairrada region. It's definitely different than what you would expect from a red, but a beautiful drink nonetheless. You can get this and other great premium wines like it from our prior tastings at the WTSO Premium Wine Club bottle shop. And even better, you can hire me to do a private tasting for all of your wine selections. All right, thanks so much for hanging with me today and visiting Portugal for their beautiful red wine. If you like what we're doing here and you're getting good information out of these videos, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel so that way we can deliver more of these in the future. On behalf of WTSO, I'm Marc Supsic. Cheers, everybody.